Timaka, Papua, a community leader from one of the villages caught up in a conflict inside Papua's giant mining area, has insisted that all villages are safe. Authorities had claimed an armed criminal group was preventing villagers from entering or leaving 2 villages in the mining area of Tembagapura, with military chief Gatot Ermitio at one point even suggesting they were holding civilians hostage. "I would like to stress we are not being held hostage," Jonathan Kibak, a community leader from the village of Batai, told Fairfax Media. "No one in the village is being stopped from doing daily activities." Batai and another village, Kimbalai, are located in an area where the West Papua National Liberation Army, TPN, are clashing with security forces in a dispute over the massive Freeport gold and copper mine. The dispute is part of the long-running pro-independence movement in Indonesia's restive, easternmost province of Papua. The group sees the lucrative Grasberg mine as the primary reason why Indonesia acquired Papua, after a widely discredited ballot for independence in which only a handful of the local population were allowed to vote. The mine is majority owned by U.S. mining giant Freeport-McMoRan, Indonesia's largest taxpayer. Batai has a population of about 1,000, including both native Papuans and Indonesians from other parts of the archipelago. Mr. Kibak said native Papuans such as himself were farmers who could live on the cassava, soybeans and other produce that they grew, and had no desire to be evacuated from the area. However, he said they were scared the military and police might mistake them for members of the West Papua National Liberation Army. Mr. Kibak said the non-Papuans were also safe. "The non-natives are not being held hostage, they are free, but TPN can't guarantee their safety if they go through the battle zone and get caught in gunfire." Mr. Kibak said the West Papua National Liberation Army searched the shops of non-Papuan villages to ensure they were not smuggling things in for the military, but the shops had not been burned down. "They are safe, they are not being treated differently. They are our neighbors." Mr. Kibak met with Fairfax Media in the town of Timaka, about 64 kilometers from the conflict zone in Tembagapura, after he had walked through the jungle and then hitched a ride in a Freeport helicopter on November the 2nd. "As you can see, I am here, no one stopped me. I will return next week," he said. West Papua National Liberation Army Commander Hendrik Waymag stressed that villages from Batai and Kimbalai had not been targeted but were effectively trapped because the villages were located near the conflict zone. He said the native Papuans did not want to be evacuated, but he was discussing how to allow the non-natives access to leave the villages. "I am still considering how to get them out of here," he told Fairfax Media by phone. "Then, if I get them out, I have to consider what the TNI, military, and police will then do against the native Papuans." Mr. Waymag said he could not blindly make a decision and had to carefully weigh up the consequences of any actions. "I don't want any lives lost, I don't want anybody from the community to fall victim," he said.